G'day and welcome to Round 5, Part 2 of the 2018 PDGA World Championships. I'm Ty. I'm very excited to be here today. I'm very excited, in fact, because Ian Anderson, the head guy over at Central Coast, commented on my last video. And I immediately called my mom. I said, Mom, guess what? Ian Anderson just commented on a video I did, and she said, who's this? And I said, well, he's the head bloke over it. And she said, no, who's this? I said, well, I'm Ty. I'm your son. And she hung up. She probably had other things to do. So you can see heading into the back nine, Nate's got a 2. Everybody else has got a negative number, so they're going to be trying to catch up to him. Matt looks like he's either just farted or maybe got a joke in his head that only he's aware of the punchline to. So hole 10 is a par 3. It's 295 feet. There's nothing in the way. This is what we like to refer to as a getter, meaning one you feel pretty bad about if you don't get the green circle. I'm going to see who's up first for us here. Looks like Matt Oram. Oh, he has shanked this one. He commands it to get left. He's using Jedi mind tricks, and it looks like it did just that. Nate's going with a more conventional line. Gonna ace this one. Oh. No, he pulled it, actually. He missed it about 9 feet left. Paul's going to try and improve on that. It's amazing how he has held up this entire round. I'm wondering when we're going to see him crack. It's not on this hole, though. It's a great shot. He's probably about as short as Nate is left. Those are both misses. Seppo's going to stand up here and show him what an ace looks like. Potentially. Maybe. Oh, trees. All right, he squeaks through the trees. Those are all fine. They're about 9 to 10 feet away, but I think all of them are going to be a little bit disappointed. None more than Matt, who is now 5,000 feet away. Oh, my goodness. Doesn't matter. He's going to get a green circle on this hole, the same as probably most of those other guys. You hear everyone yelling, let's go. It's a little rude in the face of such a great shot. Everyone's telling him to hurry up and go get his disc out of the basket. You know, let's go, Matt. Come on, hurry. An impatient lot, the disc golf crowd, but they're getting it done. Seppo is just up and over for his green circle, and Paul's putt was a little high, but managed to stay in. Nathan has no problem finishing that one up. And, if I was a betting man, which I can't afford to be anymore because I was for so long in my 30s, I would say that there's no way we could have seen 4 green circles on that hole after Matt's shank into the woods. But we did. And this is disc golf. This is why you're here. So that first hole has set a great precedent for the rest of our round. I think we're in for an exciting time. Speaking of exciting, there is absolutely nothing exciting about the fairway of hole 11. All the excitement comes here at the end when someone built this rock wall. I think it was probably an accident. The course designer asked the groundskeeper to put a rock wall behind the green. And he said, what you mean right here on this hill? And they had a little miscommunication. So now everybody has to throw over the rock wall down to the green. And presumably nobody is going to do anything cool on this first shot because it's pretty wide open. I mean, that's actually a bad drive. You want to be on the left. You don't want to be so far on the left that you pass those little white stakes, or else you get a demerit. And every 3 demerits that you get adds up to a red square on your card. So the players are definitely not trying to get those. There's the basket down in there. Paul, let's see if the new guy will crack under the pressure. Nope. He's throwing a great one. I'm hoping we got one more chance here to see if somebody maybe just explodes for our enjoyment. Maybe throws a shank into the woods, hits a spectator or something. No, there's another one. All right, so 4 drives, as you might expect. Oh, get out of bounds. Yeah, all right. As I was saying, 4 drives, as you might expect, all in the fairway, and now the hole can begin. This is one of those par 4s that really your first shot, your drive, is mainly to see where your tee box is going to be for the par 3 that it then becomes. I don't know if any of you followed that. It's actually really deep. I'll draw a little diagram out maybe in the comments. Nathan has thrown a good one. Paul, in spite of holding his hand up for a really long time, has come up short on that one. Matt is leaning and whoosh, trying to get around the corner. Oh, just. I don't know if you could see in the video, but he actually skipped it off a snake that was crawling about 8 centimeters off the ground. Seppo's going to try and, well, what is Seppo trying? Put that one way up there. Well, he knows better than I do. He's parked for a green circle. We got a lot of green circle attempts here. Paul's up first. Oh, he's dancing. He's jumping. He's clapping. He's clapping again. I'm not sure why. I think maybe he thought that went in. Typically clapping is... Oh, look, Nathan is clapping too. You know, folks, when you clap, it means you're excited about something. It means something good has happened. And neither one of those putts were good, so that's actually a little strange to see them clapping about him. Matt has made his green circle, and here goes Seppo. He's staring it down. He's leaning. He's in. And this is actually a little hard to watch. Nathan and Paul, having just realized their putts didn't go in, now have to come face the embarrassing task of tapping those out. They're both mad as a sack of ferrets. You can see it on Paul's face right there. And Matt is featured in our slow motion hold transition footage. As graceful as a bird on the wing. Keeps his hand pointed back to the crowd saying, you know, don't clap yet. And the drive's still in the air. So for a quick score update, Nate, who had 2 at the beginning, everyone else was negative if you remember. Nate is actually down to just 1 now. So we've seen a few slips from him off the tee pad, and now his score is slipped from +2 to +1. We'll see if we can add back onto that before the round is over. Hole 12 is a par 4. It's got a beautiful little sectagon, not an octagon. Sexagon. That's not right. Hexagon. Right, okay. I'm going to go back to my elementary school education there, trying to throw a little sex in the show. Sorry, everybody. That's a hexagon. I don't know why I'm still talking about it. Matt's already thrown. Sorry, Matt. Let's catch up to Seppo's drive. It's in the air. It's moving left. It's landing. It bounces. It rolls. It stops. This is second by second commentary. So a glare, a run, a twist, a throw, an Anheuser flex, a high-speed fade, a little mini bouncer, and roller. Well, that was exhausting. I don't think I'm going to do any more of those, but you're welcome. Paul's wiping his hand. He must have just eaten a granola bar or something. Looks basically exactly like the other guys, just maybe a little bit better. Everybody's in essentially the same place. Trying to throw down to the sexagon. Sorry. I have no idea what's happened to this one. There's a tree in the way. Our catch cam is MIA. He's probably chatting it up with a couple spectators saying, yeah, sure, I know Ian Anderson. He and I have hung out for years. We're basically besties. Paul's doesn't have quite enough speed to pull the Anheuser over, or quite enough angle. Either way, he's missed all of those little buggers. Let's see if he can make a putt coming back through the trees. Nathan's correcting. He's like, this is how you lean a disc, Paul. That's actually too much. It's burned into the ground about 60 feet short. Let's see if Seppo can find a happy medium here. Looks like he has done just that. This is headed towards... Oh, it's headed long, actually. Not long enough that he gets a demerit, but long just the same. He's going to have a tester putt. Matt's got a little lofty upshot. Looks like he's right there. Nate's trying to make some magic happen. A little jumper. Oh, and a tinker. Jumper to the tinker, but it doesn't go in the basket. Paul's got a leaner. Let's see if he gets a tinker. Oh, he hits the flag. He's going to be very mad. No, he's very excited. He says, woo, I got the flag. I think maybe he thought he'd miss it like this. That's probably explains Paul's clap. He was worried he was going to sail it 10 feet over the basket from 10 feet away. Seppo has cleaned up whatever shape that's going to be. And Paul is stalking around. He's disappointed, but he's just glad he's not Seppo right now. He's going to clean that one up. He's going to tap in his little tapper. And Matt's going to... That was more of a slapped it in. See the way his wrist came out. He's like, I'm done with this hole. And so are we. We'll move on to the next one here. Paul is presumably throwing at a hole. We can't really tell from the camera angle. This could have been before the round, just like on the driving range or something. And really no shapes on that hole, so it's a complete waste of our time basically. We're in the exact same spot now as before hole 12, but no matter, here we are. This is hole 13, it's a par 3, it's got an electrical line that runs all the way down the hole, and every time a disc hits that line, it just immediately vaporizes, right? So guys got to keep a lot of extra discs in their bag, just in case that happens. We'll hope that doesn't happen to these competitors. Who am I fooling? Everybody wants to see a little bit of drama. No drama on this one though, just a little bit short. He's going to have a look through the trees. A couple half-hearted claps. They're like, yeah, I guess that was fine. But we drove 3 hours to be here, so appreciate it if you could throw him a little bit better. Oh, there's a little bit better. Thank you, Seppo. Yep, he got about twice the applause that Matt did, which is still nothing exemplary. Nate's holding his arm up for a really long time on this one. Must mean he likes it. Don't know why. He did get a little roll. He's going to be about where Matt is. And Paul with the 3-time stripe on his bum. The 3 aces he's got. He's proud of those. He had... Oh, bad kick though. No clap. Just one clap. Just one guy saying, you'll get there Sunday, Paul. Keep your chin up. And he is going for an impossible gap. Ah, but just missed. He's frustrated. Oh, he's angry at that tree. He hates all the trees. He wants them all dead. He doesn't realize that if that happened, we wouldn't have oxygen and then we would all be dead, but at least he would have gotten the green circle on this hole before that happened. But where were we? Matt had a great putt through those same trees. Nate has a high tinker, which he's still excited about with a little clap. And Seppo is leaning and gets it. Little aggressive fist pump there. He's challenging anyone. I dare you to come try and take this green circle away from me, you idiot. Paul's made his clean-up putt. And I anticipate Nate will do the same, although it would be hilarious. Okay, all right, he's in. And now, per the usual, we're going to have some funky slow-mo shots and awesome music. Speaking of awesome music, did any of you miss the rap on the Central Coast Disc Golf videos? The one that talked about a pterodactyl. He says, I'm jacked to be actually naturally high. That's my favorite part of that one. Mainly it's because it's the only part I know the words to, if those even are the words. Oh, speaking of music, here we go. Oh, yeah. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. They're giving us words. This is how we should feel. We should feel excite. We should feel delirium. And we should feel a tantrum, I guess. That one doesn't make sense. Maybe take that one back to the focus groups. But otherwise, fantastic commercial from Axiom. Go check those guys out. And here's some disc golf pins. If you're looking for a little bit of credibility on the disc golf course and your shot isn't getting it for you, you can get a pin, put it on your bag. You can put it on your hat. You can even put it on your dog. And it says, not only do I know this game, I know these people, and I've invested in some bling. Just kind of takes you up to the next level. And hole 14 features an all-terrain vehicle driven by those gentlemen right there. They're going to go back and forth the whole time. You got to try and throw around them and past them. Just keeps it fun, you know, shakes things up. Just like these trees do in here close to the green. We'll see who's going first. It looks like Matt. He's looking out over the out of bounds. He is going to risk another demerit for the sake of getting the green circle. He's laning. It's great. Gets through all the trees, which is saying something. There are a lot of them. Here goes Seppo. He's trying to put it out to the right. Oh, he's overcooked this one. Oh, he says a little prayer. Please don't be out of bounds. But I don't know if maybe he didn't pray hard enough, but he is out of bounds and he will be getting another demerit. Nathan, this is an ace run. Oh, it dropped out. Thought that was in the basket. I was going to bet $100 on it. Didn't though. You heard me. I didn't say anything. Paul, just a laser. Wow. That was very far away from him in a very short amount of time. He's earned some haphazard applause from the crowd. Seppo has walked 7 feet past the tee box and he is throwing again. This one's headed right as well, but not as much. And he's going to have a chance to save it. Well, he got up there so fast. Oh my goodness. Maybe he didn't see the tree. He threw right into it. Disc is rolling around saying, mate, come on. I'm so tired of getting batted around. Pole is throwing through nothing. There's nothing there. There's 2 trees. What is he doing? Pole, stop it. Caddy, get him. Ah, holy mackerel. He just threw a disc that was 7.5 inches wide through a gap that was 3.5 inches wide. He's incredulous that he missed it. And Matt's made a green circle, but Matt, nobody cares. Everybody's still thinking about the putt that Paul just made. That was amazing. He does still get a half point for that because he made the first gap. He just missed the basket, so we'll probably see a green semicircle for Paul. And Seppo's going to have a red square. And I have a couple tappers here. No problem. Can he just... I think they should allow him... If it's close enough, Nate should just be able to pick up Paul's disc and throw it in for him. You know, it's a formality at that point. Oh, here we go. If Central Coast won't put it on the front of their videos, I'll put it in the middle. Or I'll try to hide the fact that I'm jacked to be actually naturally high. I'm a fat guy with a flashlight, with a snack and a plaque and a black light. How about this? How about that? The attention to see that we're all on hole 15. I think that works right there. Probably work it in the whole transitions if you don't want to put it on the beginning. Hashtag whatever the name of that song is. What is that song? It's rockin' something. Somebody in the comments, please. Hashtag rockin' whatever the name of that song is, and let's see if we can get him to bring it back. Matt has brought this one back to the hole all the way around. Oh, too far. Oh my gosh. Okay, they're clapping. That's the most excited the crowd's been all day, so I'm going to assume that was a good shot. Nate likes this one. Got a tree, though. Yeah. The claps say it all. I'm going to close my eyes, right? Okay, I'm closing my eyes. I'm just going to let the crowd tell me what this one... I don't have a tree yet. Oh, I hit a tree. Okay, and half-hearted claps, but they're still hopeful. I'm going to guess that... My eyes are open now. I'm going to guess that Paul hit something early, but maybe it squeaked through off onto the right. And no, I haven't cheated, I promise. Seppo has cheated. He's thrown an Anheuser putter on a hole that clearly calls for a Heiser, either sidearm or lefty backhand. But nobody's going to call him on it, I guess. Nate's got a high tinker, and he's not excited. Paul's leaning, he's rocking, he's dipping, he's lifting, he's lamenting. Is he going to clap? Okay, he's figuring it out. Nice putt, Seppo. Totally got away with one there with the atypical Anheuser shot to green circle. Everybody's excited about Matt's. It didn't roll as far behind the hole as I thought it did. We've got a couple cleanups here. Man, it's so quiet there. It's so still in the forest. You wonder what would it be like if somebody just like really ripped one, you know? Or like maybe a huge belch or something? Like what would the reaction be from the crowd? We may never know. Anyway, in this whole transition, obviously we're not going to highlight Seppo's shot. We're going to do a more traditional one. Matt has stepped off the tee box there. I mean, most of you know that's actually 2 demerits, but nobody's going to call him on it since he's 8 under. You know, he's the low man on the totem pole at this point in this group. Once he starts playing a little bit better, becomes a little bit more of a threat, they might actually start calling the penalties on him. Hole 16 is a par 4. It is 715 feet, and it is absolutely impossible. There is no way to get a green circle on this hole. I'm going to call it right now. I haven't seen this coverage, but no one gets a green circle on this hole. Matt's holding that hand up very high. He's getting some yeps. All right. That's great. It's in the fairway. There's one person very excited about it. And that's unfortunately the difference between chase card and lead card, isn't it? on the lead card, like you step down, you pick up your mini, and people lose their minds. You know, it's like, did you see that? Chase card, these guys are throwing the best drives that I've ever seen in my entire life. And like, there's the one guy off to the side, like, yeah, it was all right. Anyway, Seppo's leaked out to the right. Nathan's, this is looking pretty good. Might finish right in the middle, like I was going to say. You see this trench, though, down the middle of the hole? I wonder why somebody doesn't just take a sidearm roller and just get it in that trench in the first 10 feet. It's going to stay in there the whole way down the hole, right? It's like a half pipe. It's not going to come out. You're going to be right here. Paul took the hard way. He could have just thrown a nice, easy roller down this hole. All right, everybody's really bored with those drives, so they're already leaving. Seppo thinks he's on the putting green. He just putted at an imaginary basket about 35 feet away. And he's going to have a rude awakening when he gets back to the fairway. Matt, wow, he's looking about 58 feet to the left. He throws it 68 feet to the right, and that is certainly out of bounds, right? Wow, it's not. No idea how that happened. Maybe an act of God. Maybe he hit a duck or something and rolled back in bounds. Nathan's got a nice Anheuser flex on this one, or Annie flex as you might hear it called. That term actually comes from a girl named Anna back in the 1970s. She was so strong you could put any disc in her hands of any stability and she would just turn it into a roller like it was a 2-month-old Star Roadrunner that had sat on the dash of your car and baked in the sun. You know, it's so flippy, it's like a plastic plate or something. Anyway, so they would just tell her, hey, Annie flex, you know, and everybody would take selfies with it. Wow, wait a second. Is it just me? Did we already see this? This is a deja vu moment for you right here. We get to see Paul's. Maybe the editors just thought it was so good, so nice, you want to see it twice, right? Here goes Seppo. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Seppo. This one is going out of bounds. Yep. He's in the tundra. He's in the bush. And reach to the back. Matt is up with his upshot. His hands are on his knees. He's probably constipated or something. I think he wasn't worried about that shot as much as he was in pain. And Seppo's jump putting from about 280 feet away. Not advised. Obviously, he never had a chance. Let's see if this one has a chance from Nathan. Oh, yeah. Slips in the left side there. And Paul, I'm going to see how many times is... Let's see if we can see this shot twice, too. So is he putting 5 now? Because we've already seen him throw his upshot twice. All right, they're going to give him a green circle. I was just kidding about that green circle thing on the tee box, obviously. Just a little humor. Try and keep things light. I knew everybody would get one. And appreciate how they left a hole in this graphic right here in the bottom right. See, just so you don't miss any of the action. You can still see that they have legs. Sorry, hang on. I don't know if you could hear that. My phone's going off. Oh, it's Ian Anderson blowing up my phone again. Come on, mate. I'm trying to do a little commentary here. Let's keep things professional. I do like to help him out, though. You know, I want to see him do well. I think it'd be really exciting if Central Coast could become like a household name, you know, in the disc golf subculture. But Ian and I actually go back a long ways. We went to school together. He probably doesn't remember, but we were best friends. It was there I was able to give him a lot of the Ianisms that you hear today, you know. There's stories behind every single one. Front rim, banger, per the usual, birdogie, tickle, tickle, no love. That one was let's not get into that. All right, this is a par 3. It's 400 feet on the nose, and let's see if anybody can get one of these drives on the nose. Nate's put this one on basically what would be like the top left of the forehead, if the green was a face looking up at the sky. Paul's disc has vaporized into the atmosphere, apparently. Oh, no, there it is. All right, just a yellow disc in a overexposed sky. Oh, look at that. Little beginner's luck with that roll. Paul's trying to close out strong. Reach to the back is into that sky too. There it is. Oh, great. Uh-oh. 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 So Paul had beginner's luck, and then that's an example of what veteran's luck looks like, which is why I've chosen to be a flat-out beginner my entire career. I've never gotten any better, so that I could get the the chain ends and the friendly rolls, as opposed to what Matt just got there. Seppo's never had a chance to do anything lucky or unlucky. It just came down like a lawn dart. He's got this one. He's walking it in. Ah, he's in. Seppo told me actually after the round that he was going to walk that one in no matter what. If it made it, it looked cool. And if he missed it, he was just going to continue onto his car and go home. He's had such a terrible round. Matthew, not a great effort there. He's not going to be happy with that one. Let's see if Nathan can put it in. And he does. But somehow it skips out the back. That was a heartbreaker. Let's see if Paul can finish out this green circle. Look at him. Look at him rock back and forth. If Paul ever... nice putt there. If Paul ever gets to be famous, certainly he's going to have a lot of impersonators, you know, doing the little Paul Macbeth rock. What? That doesn't count as a putt, Nate? Okay. I thought he was just going to do like rec league and just tap the chains and walk out. Oh, man. If it's tickle, tickle, no love for a regular spit out, then this was tickle, tickle, here's some trauma and 20 years in therapy. I'm beginning to think that green circles are not good, actually, as Paul just got another one and he has slipped even below where Matt was on this card. So now Paul is actually losing to the other three guys. Nathan has slipped down to -1. But in theory, I mean, he's not out of it, right? If he gets one red square, just so you know how the system works, he's back up to even, back up to -0, meaning like he shouldn't have even shown up. But if he could get 2 red squares on this hole, which is possible, it's a long hole, it's a par 4. If he could get 2 red squares, then he would be back in the positive numbers. So a lot of drama. Let's see what Paul does. This one looks way too high. It's going to need to be Velcro. No, more like Teflon. It's out. That guy's excited, though. He's cheering him on. Yay, Paul. Oh, he cheered him on with the flag, and then he stuck his flag in the ground. I don't understand some of these customs. Seppo's trying to throw this one over that mountain. But I don't think it's going to get there. Nope. Stops up short with a little pro backspin. And here goes Nathan. Oh, another little foot slip. And this one's headed right, but I think it's staying right. Oh, no. I think he just killed a squirrel and dropped out of bounds. So he's going to be very early. He may be... Oh, no. Is Matt doing the same thing? Yes, he is. He's trying to follow Nathan's play, which actually it dawns on me that Nathan is actually trying to work the system. He's trying to get more red squares. Okay, they're going to throw again. This is similar to like when you play with your buddies, you know, you're on hole 18, and so you just kind of empty your bag, as they say. You just throw as much as you want. You take your best shot. But anyway, Nathan's trying to work the system, right? He's trying to get at least 2 red squares to get back up into positive numbers. And I can hear the YouTubers already gearing up for the controversy, right? They think he's exploiting the system, and I think it's an exploitable rule. And I say, good on you, mate. Get all the red squares you want, you know, try to catch them all. For Matt, though, to try and get, I mean, he's got to get 8 red squares, I think, to get back up to even. So too little too late for Matt, but I do appreciate the charge here at the end. And Paul's put a good move on that one. He's going to finish up maybe with another green circle, but nobody cares about that right now. I think the story is all Nate Perkins and how he's going to finish this hole. Is he going to throw it into the tree to get another square? Now it looks like he's playing into the putting circle, so he's leaving his options open, right? So he has the option to make that putt or to sail it past into the field behind the green. Matt is up. He's looking for this one to stick like a lawn dart, which it does. Uh-oh, it rolls not like a lawn dart. Never seen one do that before. And that is out of bounds. Oh, and the spotter's putting down a little surveying flag. That's nice. He's letting him know there's actually a gas line right here, mate. So you need to call somebody before you dig. Seppo's throwing an Anheuser putter shot up. Oh, matches the slope of the green perfectly. He'll have a tap in. And Matt, who threw it out of bounds, he's now standing precariously over a gas line. He's trying to get out of there as quick as possible. The quickest way would have been to make that putt, but he'll have one more before he can be finished. Let's see what Nate has decided. Okay. Well done, mate. He's trying for more squares. Look at the little wry smile on his face. He's smiling like a shot fox. Here goes Paul. Oh, very good putt. Very good finish to a great first showing at the World's Championships. He'll be wanting to practice up all year and hopefully make a name for himself, come back strong in the 2019 Worlds. Here goes Seppo. He's missed a couple of these today. Come on, don't do it. Oh, all right. It's a big group. I know that's a crap your pants moment right there. I mean, I don't know from experience the crowd that is. I have crapped my pants multiple times, but I've never been in that situation where you would crap them because of a crowd. And 2 red squares for Nate. He's very excited about that. His fans are clapping. They know what that means. He's won this grouping. He's got back up into the black numbers with a +1. We're going to see one of Seppo's 2 drives here one last time. Not sure which iteration this one is. It's beautiful though. And here are the final numbers after 18 holes. Round 5 of the 2018 PDGA World Championships. The story of the day is Nate Perkins struggling his way back up to the positive numbers. And on the final graphic, I really appreciate how the PDGA does this. They put actually the winners in reverse order, right? So these are the people who did the worst. Greg Barsby, sorry mate, -41. That is a long way down there. But maybe next year you can get a few more red squares. Paul Macbeth, who we saw on our card, Matt Oram, Seppo, they were all in this group, but not Nate. Thank you, PDGA, for honoring the little guys. Thank you, Ian and Corey and all the guys at Central Coast Disc Golf for the work that you do. And thank you all for watching. See you next time.